veteran of Operation Desert Storm, Doug Mastriano. Thank you so much for being back with us. It's great to see you, and thank you so much for your service. I truly can't think of anything braver than volunteering to serve the U.S. military, so thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Allison. Dad was a Navy man, too. My brothers were Marines, and I was obviously dropped on my head as a baby and joined the Army. But I love the Army. My Uncle Joe was in Patton's Third Army, and growing up at his feet, hearing war stories just convinced me I needed to be a soldier.
Oh, that is truly incredible. I love that when it's passed down in the family, and I just thank you so much to you and your family as well. It's so wonderful to hear that. I think it's insane that our federal government is banning prayer services at national cemeteries on Memorial Day, now calling them demonstrations. They are demonstrations of faith, which is one of the freedoms that our heroes died to protect, right? I mean, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I'm just disgusted by this. Our nation was founded in prayer. George Washington designed our first flag. Our national flag was an appeal to heaven, flown on several naval ships by the United States. And, throughout our nation, we had George Washington's calling us to prayer. We had Abraham Lincoln calling us to prayer, Ronald Reagan. Even Obama and other recent presidents have called us to prayer. Memorial Day is a somber occasion where we remember and honor those men and women who gave the last full measure of devotion, such as Abraham Lincoln said in his speech at Gettysburg, to remind us of the cost. Every day, Allison, I post between 5 and 8 pictures on my social media of Pennsylvanians who lost their lives on that day from Vietnam to today. And what's really striking is how young most of these people are. They shall not grow old. Their lives were snatched away at 18, 19, 20 years old, and they gave their lives so that you and I could be free. And so why not celebrate that with Thanksgiving and with prayer and with honoring and commemorating the memory? That the Biden administration would do this shows you that they have no regard for this nation, this nation's heroes, and all those that gave their lives. Biden the other day said, he left no man behind. What a bunch of baloney. What about the 13 in Afghanistan recently?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just so abundantly clear that the Biden regime could not care less about those who have served our country, really any Americans for that matter. But, it's just disgraceful what they're doing. This is just one of the many ways that Biden has disrespected and betrayed our military. He's taken heat for the posting on X that we leave no veteran behind. I mean, vets came out in droves over that lie. What do you have to say to him here?
Disconnected from reality, or maybe just deliberately deceiving the people here. I think the left lives in self-delusion, and I honestly believe that he thinks that's true. But you look at the work of his hands. The words of our mouths mean nothing, Alice, and what we do is what counts before God and before our other citizens here. And Joe Biden left 13 behind. He ran out of Afghanistan like the Keystone Cops and stumbled back in. And those 13 beautiful young people, all of them young people, lost their lives because of failed strategy, failed policy, and just being a feckless leader. And so he left them behind. And, when the father of one of the Marines that was killed, protested during the State of the Union and how he was manhandled and pushed around here, just shows you how disregard they have and disdain, actually, for military members and their families. I don't buy it. I don't know how anyone in their right mind can support this administration or this president, not only because he's detached mentally and lacks the acumen to lead this country here, but because of disrespect for